Hello, good morning and welcome to the Spotlight. My name is Kizike. How are you doing? A happy new week again. I'm very happy to be back on your TV screen. Hope you had a very great night. Hope you had a very wonderful weekend. Yes, you know, like I love to say, updating your sports will remain my major priority. Let's get talking on the show today. Let's go on the local news first of all, where FIFA has announced that the United States will hold the highly anticipated 2025 FIFA Club World Cup, which will feature an expanded format with 32 teams. According to reports, currently the Club World Cup consists of 8 teams, including the champion from each continent and the national champion of the host country. So I made this the local news because our own very much side, Eyimba, is involved in this. So, you know, however, FIFA has now decided to revamp the tournament, aiming to make it akin to a World Cup. In a statement released on Friday by FIFA, President Gianni Infantino expressed his excitement for the upcoming event, describing it as a pinnacle of elite professional men's football club. So we have to be saying this come to play. This is the FIFA getting involved to get clubs involved. With the United States possessing the necessary infrastructure and generating massive local interest, it's been chosen as the ideal host for this global spectacle. Gianni Infantino also emphasized the significance of the tournament and FIFA mission to expand the reach of football worldwide, as fans from every corner of the globe will bring their passion and energy to the United States in 2 years. Several prominent clubs have already secured their spot in the competition. Europe has been allocated 12 spots, with 4 of them reserved as Champions League winners leading up to 2025. Chelsea, Real Madrid and Man City have earned a place at the triumphing in the Champions League in recent seasons. Africa, on the other hand, has been granted 4 slots, 2 of which have been secured already by Al Ahly and Wydad AC. The winners of the CAF Champions League. Another team that could potentially make it to the tournament is Eyimba Football Club, Eyimba International Football Club, Aba, right? They call them the Aba Warriors. Eyimba triumphed in the Nigerian Premier Football League earlier this month, secured their qualification for the CAF Champions League. Should they win the tournament, they will join Al Ahly and Wydad AC as Africa's representative of the FIFA Club World Cup. Interestingly, you need to know, Eyimba are the only Nigerian clubs who have won the Champions League, accomplishing the feat in consecutive years. They are the biggest I'll talk about Nigerian Premier Football League. Back in 2003 and 2004, led by former Super Eagles George Finidi currently, Eyimba will be driven a clear and a claimed continental title, and it would grant them the opportunity to compete against the world's biggest club in the inaugural FIFA Club World Cup. The tournament will take place every 4 years. You know, the exact dates, venues, and schedule for the event would yet to be fixed. yet to be fixed by FIFA, and we will have to see Eyimba come to be a part of that inaugural biggest tournament coming up. It's going to be like a World Cup every 4 years, and Finidi George, like I said before, he needs to be very much concentrating on the job now. It's a big one for them. We're moving away from that story now. Former Super Eagles striker Jude Igalo has shown interest in playing in Nigerian Elite Soccer League, the Nigerian Premier League, but he said it's under certain condition. Igalo started his career at Nigerian Club Prime and moved to another Nigerian club, Julius Berger, before finally getting his first European move to Norway side, a Norwegian club that's in Oslo back in 2007. The former Philadelphia Eagles striker is currently without a club affiliation following the termination of his contract with Saudi Arabia Al Hilal. Igalo told reports would not completely rule out playing in the league, but did say that there would be some challenges to playing in the NPL. He said, if security is guaranteed, along with good coverage, good media coverage, and competent referees, I can play for 6 months or even a year without receiving any salary coming from Jude Igalo. So he has come to say, yes, I can play. If you don't pay me, I'm still cool. I'm ready to go. I don't mind. But I love what he's saying. I think it's about security. It's not about just coming back to play. One reason he said don't pay me is also a good fact. We've seen a player also do that. The likes of Ahmed Musa with Caterpillar's former club, currently play for Sivasspor of Turkey. So Jude Igalo is optimistic that yes, I want to end my career. Don't pay me. I don't mind. 6 months, 1 year would do, but I should be guaranteed, you know, security. My life is more important, and apart from security, I should also be guaranteed coverage, media coverage. And that's just what makes this man say yes if he's going to come back. But I love the fact that he said it's a free one. We're moving away from that story in world of football. Let's talk about this is funny. This is funny, you know. This is so funny. Where ATP Tour chairman Andre Guandese said he had been in discussion with Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund. And whenever I talk about the Saudi guys, you know, they are really coming to do everything right. Saudi are really interested in buying tennis. You know, they've come to football, they've conquered, right? Yes, we can see the transformation also away from football as well. They've gone to, you know, the world of golf. also they've conquered. But now tennis could be said to move to Saudi Arabia after ATP Tour chair Andrea Guandenzi held talks with the Venetian Public Investment Fund. The PIF had already made strides in golf and football and looks to be targeting tennis as the latest sponsor to receive a cash boost. But the tour's chairman has made it clear that the fund will need to respect the sport. Saudi Arabia has also continued their investment into sport, with the PIF founding Newcastle United and a one rival breakaway golf tour, LRV. After the PGA Tour finally gave in and agreed to deal with the PIF to unite with the tours, the nation has started looking to add another strings to its bow in tennis. According to the Financial Times, Gondeli held positive discussion with the PIF and other potential investors, but he warned that Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth fund would have to stick to respecting the history of the sport and the product, working with the current stakeholders rather than against. The ATP Tour chairman added, "You have to preserve something which is almost sacred, the rules of the game. This is not a video game, this is not a movie. This is the first time that the professional men's tennis tour has acknowledged talks with the Saudi Arabia." The Saudi Arabians want to come and invest in tennis, and not just invest in tennis, they want to take it all. But away from that, let's talk about Formula One. Lewis Hamilton is still trailing Max Verstappen by some way in the Formula One standard, but the Mercedes man is slowly closing the gap following the some positive result and encouraging signs from the new upgrades. Mercedes have finally ditched their zero-point concept earlier this year and have redesigned their W14 Challenger to something that resembles the Red Bull car. Hamilton had urged mechanics to make changes a long time ago, but he felt he was ignored when the team to preserve with the design. Despite their slow start of the season, the underwhelming result in 2022, however, Mercedes have since made a U-turn, and Damon Hill believes Hamilton got one over. His ball started off but forcing them to make changes on the car. Meanwhile, Mercedes technical director James Allison has warned Red Bull that they are coming for them and that they have no God-given right to dominate the sport. You know, it's about this man, Lewis Hamilton. I've said it before, and he's feeling like I'm saying it again, but he's feeling like they're losing out. It feels like the more I'm talking, the more everything feels to be not going in the right direction. But let's see how it goes. That's the total of who actually knows how to go about this very, very, scenario in the world of Formula One. But quickly away from the world of Formula One, let's talk about tennis. Carlos Alcaraz secured his first Grand Score title and returned to number one in the Pepperstone ATP ranking when he emerged victorious on Sunday at the Queen's Club. The top seed defeated great Australian Alex de Minaur 6-4, 6-4 to leave the trophy at the Cinch Championship. On Monday, the Spaniard will pass Novak Djokovic for world number one. It means a lot to me being able to win the amazing tournament in my first year that I played here. For me, it's fantastic, Alcaraz said in his uncut interview. To know that I'm capable of a good level on grass, obviously to be champion of every tournament feels special. Alcaraz has now won 5 ATP Tour titles this season, tying down Medvedev for the top living. And entering this week, he owned just a 4-2 record on grass, but after needing a final set tie to escape out to Rinderknecht in his first opening match. The 20-year-old urged the crown without losing a set on the rest of the week. The final was a modern-day grass court showdown. Instead of the classic serve and volleying and constant net rushing every point, Alcaraz and de Minaur battled hard for the baseline, running each other from corner to corner with the ATP 500 trophy on the line, only moving forward to close out point. But when they did venture into the forecourt, both players showed sensational feel. The pair's only previous legless ATP head-to-head clash came in last year's Barcelona semi-finals, which Alcaraz won after 3 hours and 40 minutes despite needing to save 2 match points. The match, did not last nearly as long, 1 hour and 39 minutes, but featured plenty of high-level tennis. The clash came down to play on break points. Alcaraz was more opportunist, serving the 2 break points he faced and converting the 2 opportunities he earned. The top seed claimed a break in the first 4-4 when de Minaur missed a running forehand long. Alcaraz had his upper right leg tapped after the set, but showed no physical decline as the match wore on. So Daniel Alcaraz would be the name on my lips. Daniel Alcaraz will be the man I'll be talking about now. I'm going to pretend like I never know Novak Djokovic, but it's funny. Yeah, it's funny. You just can't be on top. You just cannot be on top all the time. Someone is just fighting. He's a Spaniard. He's still very young. If you watch him play, you understand this guy knows what he needs to do to be out there. And right now, so from next week, hopefully, we'll be calling him the world number one, talk about tennis. Wonderful game he had with Alex de Minaur. No disrespect to Alex de Minaur as well, but I just want to give it to that man. Talk about Alcaraz. I love the way he plays. I love the way he moves. I love the serve. His serves, I think his serves are great. He's a sensational guy. I think I see a whole lot of prospects in him. You know, a man coming from the Spanish side and coming to do it well in tennis. I think they should be reckoning with that guy at the moment. But quickly, let's dash away from that. You know, I talk about transfer news. I don't know what club you found, what club you support. I don't know how well your club have really been signing players. But if your club is not really signing players, you need to know this is the summer and the club league football again will be back hopefully by August, starting from the Premier League. And I don't know how far your club has done. But let's get on this one now. Luis Enrique has agreed a 2-year deal to 2025 worth €8 million a season. Enrique will succeed Christopher Galtier, who guided Paris Saint-Germain to the League One title last season. Enrique is a free agent after leaving the Spanish post following the middle season World Cup. It will be his first club post since Barcelona. He also has his past experience as Celta Vigo managing the club. So Enrique might be moving. You might see Enrique going to Paris Saint-Germain to give us good football. If you don't like Enrique, I just want to tell you should like the way he plays. Enrique has a style. Enrique has a philosophy of the game. Enrique has, I'm not surprised he couldn't reach an agreement with Chelsea. Enrique has something he wants for himself. Enrique knows that I want my team to play from the back. So it's like a tiki-taka. Catalonia guys taking it back from home, and you talk about Enrique. So we just might be saying the Paris Saint-Germain side. They've got a wonderful team, you know, playing this time around with Luis Enrique formation and philosophy of the game. So I wish them all the very best, and that's the contract that we heading to keep him till 2025. But okay, I got this one. Arsenal hold and inside running on the race to sign Southampton midfielder Romeo Lavia. The Belgian is expected to leave St. Mary this summer following the Southampton relegation. Chelsea are also keen on Lavia, and transfer expert, according to Fabrizio Romano, is reporting on this, saying he's an option at the moment. There is no bid, so Arsenal are well informed of the situation. Arsenal also have a very good relationship with the players' side, with the agent. It's the same agent of Bukayo Saka for Larry Balogun, so the relationship is very good. So this gives them the edge to get to sign Romeo Lavia. You need to know Romeo Lavia. He's a Manchester City player, a very quality defender. He can play from the defensive role. He can also play from the attacking role. Talk about central in the midfield, and I think we saw him well. You know, he has worked with some managers, you know, and even though Southampton are relegated, I know some players will not be relegated with the team. The likes of James Ward-Prowse, you know, the likes of Romeo Lavia. This guy is a good guy, potential player from Manchester City. He's a player that I believe if Arsenal gets to sign, look at him very well, you understand he's a very young lad, and he wants to play the game. So if the manager or the agent of Bukayo Saka for Larry Balogun are one, that just like you heard me say, that man also is the agent of, you know, Romeo Lavia. So it gives Edo, the sporting director of Arsenal, the opportunity. It gives him the edge. It gives him the chance, the space, you know, working in time to get to sign Romeo Lavia. So Romeo Lavia, we'll just have to see how that goes. But don't forget, Arsenal are still on the verge of signing Declan Rice. But Romeo Lavia seems to be a man who might be getting closer than you just might think. Now Chelsea, what about Chelsea now? Chelsea hope to sell Romelu Lukaku as soon as possible this summer. The Blues are in the process of revamping their squad for boss Mauricio Pochettino, while the Argentine is willing to work with Lukaku. The player would rather leave. According to reports, Lukaku wants to return to Inter Milan, where he was on loan last season. Another club that may make a surprise move for Inter City arch rival AC Milan, but you need to know Lukaku was linked to Saudi Arabia, but the attacker turned down a big money move to Al Hilal. It means some players have what it takes. It means some player can actually say no to clubs. You know, Khalidou Koulibaly will be playing for that same club. You heard me say Al Hilal, but Lukaku say, I think Thomas Partey also did so. Now Lukaku has come to say, I don't want to make a move to Saudi Arabia. I want to remain here. I want to stay here. I want to be here. I don't want to even go back to Chelsea. But I think on the other note, Lukaku would be right to stay back with Inter Milan. You know why? The reason is because at the moment, there is no Edin Dzeko. Edin Dzeko has just joined Fenerbahce, and Lukaku, just like Simon Inzaghi, want to have his team, would want to play like a double, you know, double up front, like a two striker or two forward, you want to call them. And it's been Lautaro Martinez and maybe now Romelu Lukaku. He played the second field last season. It was about Dzeko, the Bosnia and Herzegovina striker, being on top of the game. But right now, if Dzeko can actually leave, or if Dzeko has left, because Dzeko has really left, right, it means Romelu Lukaku would now get a stand, get a stay with the club. I know he didn't really have a very good final, but he played an integral role for the Inter Milan side this season, if you would agree with me. But let's go on the news again, talk about transfers. Man United have put out Harry Maguire, the skipper, and Jadon Sancho up for sale. The England pair are not viewed by manager Erik ten Hag as first-choice players, and they are ready to see them both leave the club. According to reports, Maguire and Sancho have been transfer listed, and their prices are set already. Club captain Harry Maguire is available for £40 million, less than half what United paid for him from Leicester City. Sancho also can go for £45 million, having arrived from Borussia Dortmund for around £70 million. If you want to talk about it, it's a loss. It's indeed a loss. I think Harry Maguire, for him personally, don't want to leave the club. Harry Maguire, anytime, any day, regardless of if he gets to start or not, Gareth Southgate calls him back to the national team. He gets to play every football that the Three Lions play. But Harry Maguire is in the news. I think he doesn't want to leave the club, but regardless, whichever way, he's now being rated £40 million. That's a man who got signed from Leicester City. I loved Maguire before. I say Maguire's issue is the fact that I think it's about not just about playing, it's a mental thing for me. I think Maguire has lost it up there. You know, mentally he has lost it with the club. The fans are not even giving him the space again. I mean, the pressure is so much on him. And he's a skipper of the side. You know, each time he gets to play a second fiddle, the captain has been stripped off him, not until he comes to the game. And right now, Manchester United wants to let him go. Erik ten Hag has his project. Erik ten Hag has his plan. Erik ten Hag knows what he wants. And I think the guy that looks to be in the news where people don't mind, okay, we don't really feel comfortable with Jadon Sancho. He's very young. You know, if someone said if he had known, he shouldn't have made a move from Dortmund because he was highly rated. Don't forget about his city's connection. But right now, Sancho also might be on the verge of leaving the club. I think it's about 13 players who believe in. But quickly, the show wrapping up, let's get on this one. Our former Real Madrid coach Zinedine Zidane has again announced he's ready to return to management. Zinedine, the World Cup winner 1998 for the France national side, one from the right, one from the left to the header. You know that's our final. And he's saying, yes, I might be coming back. I need a return. Zidane also says he would be willing to work in the League One. He told reports, leave and work again in France, nothing should be rolled out. I know what I can do. I know what I want and what I don't want. If I'm having this break, it's because they must be one. I hope to tell myself that soon I'm going to be able to be a coach. So nothing will be taken up from Zinedine Zidane, a World Cup winner, a Champions League winner by managing the team as well. So he is the man. We'll have to wait to see if he's going to be coming back to to football. He's been away from the last time I saw him was in Bordeaux. That's in the France side. He's a Frenchman, and now he has said, yes, I want to come back to football. But looking at the time is far gone. I think this is all I have got for you on the show. I should call it a wrap right now. But don't forget to also follow us across our social network at Voice of the People TV, and also you can follow us via social media as well. On Instagram, it's at voptvlive. And my name is Kizzy K. Good morning once again. Let's do this again tomorrow. Bye bye for now.